Oral tradition tells us that Gijimanito placed Anishinaabe on Indakimanan at Ishpaninang, where the land goes up. Archaeologists confirm that the Temagami Anishinaabe were here since the last ice age, 8,000 years ago. Carbon dating layers of dirt show over 6,000 years of continuous occupation. In 1877, lumbermen showed up on the eastern boundary of Indakimanan. Chief Tonini wrote to the Department of Indian Affairs asking to be taken into treaty, like the Indians in the South. He wrote, "To preserve our way of life and have a place for the children, and that forever." Consequently, in 1883, Canada put some Temagami Anishinaabe on the Robinson-Huron Treaty List. In 1885, a 100 square mile tract was surveyed at Austin Bay for a reserve, but Ontario would not come to the table. Every Temagami Anishinaabe chief since Tonini has said the same thing. We did not sign any treaty, and Indakimanan is our land. Our 146-year struggle for justice continues. In 1991, we had made our way to the Supreme Court of Canada to have our original title recognized. There was no evidence that we had signed any treaty, but the court adhered us to the treaty. The Supreme Court also said the Crown owed us outstanding fiduciary obligations. An agreement in principle with Ontario was arrived at in 1993, and lands were set aside. Negotiations restarted, and in 2008, a draft settlement agreement was created but not completed. Times change. Law, policy, and social attitudes evolve. Elements of the 2008 draft settlement agreement are now unacceptable. We have an opportunity for a new approach. The negotiations table is reestablished. Our new approach is to negotiate a relationship agreement with Ontario and Canada. A living, open agreement that would evolve and renew over time. This new approach would respect our inherent jurisdiction and lawmaking processes, including our right to define our people and to exercise our inherent authority to protect Indakimanan. The set-aside lands were negotiated 30 years ago. Now we must decide how we will hold these lands. Canada has presented several options, including fee simple lands, additions to reserves, or Section 9124 lands. What other options can we consider? We have an opportunity to develop an agreement based on self-determination, self-sufficiency, and our responsibility for stewardship of our inheritance. We will seek a mandate from our citizens to take this new approach. The relationship agreement will require mutual respect, responsibility, reciprocity, and renewal among our people, Ontario, and Canada. This will be reconciliation. Our creation story says we have been here since time immemorial. Waishkut. Jibajing, Maple Mountain, is the second highest point of land in Ontario. This is the place where the spirits of our ancestors go, where they live. We are the living title to the land. This is our land. Indakimanan belongs to our ancestors and to those not yet born.